I am the chronicler. I shall record your adventures in my book of legends. Tell me of your deeds.
We got some people attacking our barony, so we need to... Maybe I should arrest you. Oh, I'm the Lord Baron of this place. You gonna arrest me, boy? Let's see, so where's the... I guess those dots are the people we gotta kill. Alright. Let's get to business. Howdy ho, man. We have murdering to do. What is that? Skimore. 53. Oh. Two-handed heavy. That's some good stuff. Let me get back on my horse. What's that? What's going on? Howdy ho, man. Oh. I feel like Errol Flynn. Oh. Of you. The crossbow itself for every penny. A health potion, yeah, buddy. Back on the horse. Come closer. I'm right on top of the horse. What are you talking about? Oh. Strawberry. What is that? He missed on it. tree to be dead. Is that something left? Ah, creep over there. Stamina go back up, shit.
Do you want to buy?
Got a bunch of potions. Alright. I sold a bunch of stuff to him already. Okay. Got 10 health potions, so I'm doing good that way. Alright. Oh look, it's got 10 maximum health. Yeah. But I look, I got one of those already I need to eat. You know. Alright. Let me help you out. Kill them. Stand by, build back up. Have to run out. Running out of stamina ain't good. That's awesome. Thank you. Oh shit. Oh, take that with you. Oh, the sound fried shit. Attack. More stamina. Oh, there you go. Got his ass. Got all these loot. Quick save. Like I said, I watched Hard to Be a Guy movie on Amazon. It's pretty good. I'm watching the German version of it now, which is kind of silly to keep rubbing too much poo in each other's faces, but I don't understand that, but it's not bad. Load game. Quick save, load it. Loading the quick save gives my sound back. I'm having some tea. I'll spot up tea like the English. There we go. Is that it? Yeah, looks like it's it. Okay, so I need to go back to my castle. Back to my castle. Yay! Tally ho, man! That's a cool game. I'm surprised. I wish they would have made a second one.
Hello. Was it, Your Grace? We had abandoned our hopes. You shouldn't have gone there by yourself.
Well, my bad ass. Nonsense, it wasn't difficult. I had this thing. I have commander of the watch.
He hasn't returned yet, Your Grace. But someone has arrived while you weren't here.
Who is it?
I don't know, Your Grace. He looks like a nobleman, and a most distinguished one, but he hasn't introduced himself. He is waiting at your apartments.
Okay. Interesting. Uh-oh, that's probably one of the Earthmen. Count Rimon.
Greetings to you, Baron. You look a little different.
What do you mean different, and just who might you be, Don?
Oh, please forgive me. Where are my manners? I know you, but you don't know me. Count Rimon at your service. You're not looking exactly as Ordanos described you.
Rimon.
Hold on, Baron. You, of course, might desire to kill me with that nice sword. But let's talk first. I am your guest, after all. I hope that the laws of hospitality have not been forgotten yet in this castle.
Not yet, but you'll have to explain yourself. I need to know things. Why did you attempt to kill me?
Let's start with the attempt on your life. After that, I'll find it easier to explain the goal of my visit. Do you agree?
Absolutely, I'm all yours.
Well, let's see. Why I needed to kill you. Well, I actually had my doubts and decided to leave that issue until later. But you managed to trick the guards and escape. Ordanos is a more straightforward person, so that's why he attempted to kill you. That was a mistake.
But it doesn't change much, does it?
Of course not. What's done is done, and I don't want to justify myself or my assistant. But nevertheless, I was very happy when my spies told me 2 days ago that you were alive. I've made some inquiries and have come to understand how you have managed to save yourself.
Really?
Yes, Ordanos wouldn't have left you near the drunken lair if he wanted to finish this with you. Then Rudolph, well, let's call him Dr. Rudy for now. He wouldn't have found you.
You know quite a bit, and you're very interested in the slips of tongue.
Of course. He is a terrestrial. He came from another world. You think that people like him are like gods. You impute them real qualities and some fantastic ones. How do I know all that? The thing is that I am a terrestrial too, and Ordanos as well. Of course, you will hardly understand our nature.
What do you think, son? I know terrestrials and why they're quite well. They said yes.
Ho ho! And you surprised me with your knowledge. So, you work for my compatriots and know about them and where they come from. That's great. Then it'll be easier for me to explain to you some things.
You haven't explained yet. Why did you want to kill me?
Isn't that obvious, Baron? Secrecy is the most important thing. You've come too far in your search for Ramata, and that could sooner or later lead them to us. And I don't really want to meet my ex-colleagues.
Are you hiding from them?
Well, let's say that I'm here illegally. I am a scientist too, but my views are different compared to people like Don Condor. They're a bunch of theorists and dreamers. They called me insane. Well, that is forgotten now. I despise their petty attempts to change something on that planet. You see, they are afraid to get their hands dirty. Rumata was not like them. He began to understand what's really happening there, so I wanted to meet him. But unfortunately, I wasn't lucky enough. Together, we could turn mountains upside down.
So that's quite a story. Now I understand why you do want to kill me, but I don't understand why you're hiding.
I'm not hiding. I have already hidden myself quite well. They think that I'm dead. The reason I came to you is connected to my goal on this planet. What do you know about the first race?
Well, I'm not as good at that market too.
How do you think it's connected with theology? I'm speaking about the real civilization, which is more ancient than yours or ours, and has come to great heights in various spheres of science. We call them strangers.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
There is a direct connection. There are lots of facts that prove the existence of some powerful artifact of that race. Its power is unbelievable. I was conducting searches of that thing for several years there, but I haven't come out of the base during all that time. You see, they have forbidden fieldwork amongst wild aborigines of the planet. Oh, sorry.
There's nothing going on.
So where was I? Yes, I was not only forced to act through these lame agents, but in the end, I had received an order to leave the planet. So I had to die and be born again as Count Rimon. And I have never regretted my decision. I have received one more piece of evidence that the artifact is here, and the data I have gathered proves this theory many times.
And what do you want from me? Have you decided to share me with the power to give this artifact?
Absolutely. Don't be surprised, Baron. I need allies. I can't do much alone. Those who serve me know only a tiny bit of the whole picture, and I can't trust them with more information. I need an active, brave, and vigorous man who can know about that mystery, and he must go to the end. But he can't be educated enough to use the artifact by himself. You are an ideal man for that role, Baron.
Are you straightforward? I would say you're deadly straightforward.
Stop ionizing, Baron. Yes, Ordanos tried to kill you, and you have survived only by a miracle. And yes, now I am also trying to use you. But I'm doing it openly. And I don't play games with you like my ex-colleagues.
What do you mean?
It seems that you haven't got it. Tell me, what were you forced to do after Dr. Rudy picked you up near the drunken lair? It was he who found and nursed you, wasn't it?
Well, something like that. I have to seek out an antidote for poison on the blade of orders.
You mean that you tried to find a local antidote?
Yes.
Well, what can you say about the word bioblockade?
I have heard Rudy speaking about before it such thing into my hand. He said it was a remedy.
Well, Baron, bioblockade is a universal means of improving your immune system. I mean, your general resistance to poisons, damage, diseases, and other such things. Only bioblockade could cure the poison invented by Ordanos. It's strange that it cured you. Our experiments with aborigines have led to fatal outcomes. Do you realize now what cured you and when?
It means that I was...
Yes. When you were risking your life fulfilling Rudy's assignments, you were completely healthy. My friend, you have been used as another pawn in their game. They used you as they used me and Rumata. Will you believe such people in the future? Or will you believe me? We were enemies, but now we have mutual interests, and we don't have any hard feelings between us.
Oh, is that right, you asshole? Well, you have succeeded in surprising me.
You don't say. I will surprise you more in the future. The Prophet is now more than a myth, and he strikes fear in all of Arkanar.
Yes, you can just look at my last episode Raider of the Horde.
That is only the beginning, Baron. Only the beginning. I have reasons to believe that this man or no man also searches for the artifact. If it gets into his hands, I fear the power. If it was some other person, we could have come to some agreement. But the Prophet is driven by a mystical urge for destruction. He won't share the power he gains from the artifact. He will simply wipe out all Arcanar and then the whole Empire.
Huh. Are you concerned with the people who give it his way?
Yes and no. The thing is that I will be one of them, and you will also be with the majority. Take a look around. These walls, this yard, the field down there, the houses in the village. It will not be very long before all this vanishes. There will be no me and no you. Do you understand me?
I think I do, so it's a reason why you want to cooperate with me.
Yes. We need you to find the artifact before the Prophet does. If what I know about him is true, we'll be able to stop this madman and...
gain power ourselves.
Yes, and to rebuild this world according to our tastes. So, are you with me?
Maybe I need to think about this some more. What do you need me to do?
Nothing special yet. We need to gather information about the Prophet himself and the artifact. The latter is on me.
It's easier said than done, but where can we find anything about him?
I have heard about some sect in Arcanar. If I'm not mistaken, it is called Three Swords.
But it has nothing to do with that, but more than that of the Prophet's men clearly started their war.
Are you sure that this is not a trick? Could it even be made especially for you?
I'm not.
In that case, I ask you to go to Arcanar and find out everything about it. As for me, I will go to Rimon and continue deciphering the writings. You see, barbarians have very interesting legends about the cosmogony of this world. Do you have a communication facility? Great! I see Rudy has given it to you. I will contact you as soon as it will be necessary. And one more thing. I think that it's in our interests to keep it secret from my colleagues, if you understand me. Farewell, Baron.
Farewell, Count.
Well, that's what we actually expected. Am I right? But I actually hesitated until the very last moment. It was hard to believe that Rimon is an Earthman as well. I thought he was just pursuing the mysteries of Ramada.
Well, that seems to be very complex.
Not complex. They're the same as you. The same as the people inhabiting this planet. They might be more intelligent, they might be older, but they're the same, regardless of their beliefs. So, what are you going to do next?
I probably will follow the advice of Rimon and start to seek the Prophet and artifact. I mean, to start.
Well, did you forget there was a sect in Arcanar? Three Swords was its name, or something like that. Maybe it's connected with the Prophet in some way.
I killed this man right. I was trying to make set up for one of the century.
You're talking about Shaito, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I remember. Their relations were far from great. And that means that the people at Three Swords must know who the Prophet is and where to find him. Enemies always have a great deal of information about each other.
Agnar is not a small town. How am I supposed to find him?
Well, don't you remember the name of the guard? Duba told you about him.
Right.
You see? Just try to think a bit, and everything becomes clearer. By the way, are you going to tell the Earthmen about Rimon?
What would you do?
I wouldn't. Maybe they're just trying to test you. They might send a man who was hunting you, just to see how you would react. But I'd keep my mouth shut anyway. I'd probably say that I realized everything from the very beginning, but didn't show it.
Well, if you're right, and Rimon is indeed some kind of test, then it turns out the Earthmen were playing a tricky game.
It might be, but it might not be as well. I could be mistaken again. I'm not Mika after all. Now his advice would be very helpful indeed.
Before, unfortunately, I wouldn't have to venture to go as far as with a piece of advice once again, so it's not.
Why? Just ask Ordanos to stab you with that dagger one more time, and our old friend the shaman will resurrect you once again.
That's funny.
We'd also know if Reba is still there, or if Rumata's condemned him in some way.
That actually is an interesting idea.
Oh, shut up. I'm just kidding. I wasn't serious. And you'd have no chance anyway. After this bio-blockade, no poison can hurt you. If Rimon wasn't lying, at least. But look at them. What a bunch of smartasses. Fooled you like kids.
Oh, that's right. We also can be sure not being used at the present time. In fact, we need the artifact to take over.
Oh, look. Our Baron has finally demonstrated his ability to think. Excellent, Your Grace. You see, the point is that you really might originate from another world.
Well, so far your theory about the origin was not by any means. Rossi has not found anything so far.
I see. And Rimon just mentioned that experiments with Aborigines in the bio-blockade failed. All the subjects died. And you still appear to be alive. And there's also another question. Did Sikorsky know about it when he gave you this medication?
You're saying that?
Yes, I'm saying exactly that. But I wouldn't jump to conclusions if I was you. He might not have known that. Or that trinket somehow told him that you'd be all right. Well, I'm positive you have more than enough to meditate on, so I'm taking my leave.
Oh, that was an interesting go at it. Man, all right, let's leave it here. That felt like a 2-day episode. Shit.